Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Perfect. A couple of housekeeping things. One is that the footage should look better from here on out because I have tracked down the source of the color issue. Some of the previous footage looked really dark, and I wasn't sure why. And that's also been a problem in some of my previous games. Long story short, it turns out it's because I had not the color space, but I don't know, one of the color settings set to full color instead of partial, which I could go on a whole thing about how digital color works, and color spaces and all that. Suffice to say that it was basically overemphasizing the lights and darks, and so things often looked blown out or way too dark and made it impossible to watch. So there's that. That should be more fixed, going on from here. The other things, what even was I gonna say? I don't remember now. Yeah, but it's early in the morning and I gotta get this footage before it's a football game. There's a football game today, which means that really I gotta come over to there's a football game today, which means by about 9 a.m. there will be drunk people in the street. Doesn't matter what time the game is.
Where to?
Not here. Well, I guess that's one way to do this. Oh, the other thing, oh fuck, I alt-tabbed, so oh, that was weird. Not I alt-tabbed, and that's why that happened. That happened on its own. It's not a great way to get into downtown.
Let's drain it.
Okay, pause that thought.
Let's stake it and leave it out for the sunrise.
We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Think you could blow up our warehouse and get away with it? Ah, lick.
I'm gonna kill all of you.
Let's pull out its eyes and its tongue and its teeth. I want its teeth.
Camera the fuck. Boys.
Stop stepping in my boobs.
Entertainment. Those of you sitting in the first few rows will get wet.
What? It's a weird fourth wall break for no reason.
Leave.
Really? Nines is gonna save me?
Rodriguez.
Yeah. Three of us.
What are you gonna do?
Those two guys are just the same guy.
This ain't over. We'll find you. You too.
Is a grenade really that much of a threat? I mean, it is a grenade, but also...
Messes with the Sabbat and lives.
Keep moving.
And how is he planning to use a
Seems to
grenade
like you.
without killing me as well, potentially hurting me as well?
Good effort. Execution needs a little work. You look like shit. Name's Nines.
What happened to 1 through 8?
Same thing that happens to a lot of anarchs, Malk. But you already know that somehow, don't you? Should have been more careful, newbie. This ain't the burbs.
Your face is familiar. Do you have your own cereal?
Kid, I got things to deal with. Why don't you pay me a visit at the last round tonight? I don't know what you've heard so far, but it's time you heard the real story.
This is the guy who freaked out in the first cutscene, so I'm a little surprised that he's this subdued right now. If my wanderings bring me there, so be it.
This is a mean existence. Stay out of trouble, kid.
Okay. Well, now that that's over, I'm going to Alt-Tab real quick so I can tell you guys the other housekeeping thing that has been bothering me for 26 episodes. Which is that the voice actress for Jeanette is Gray Griffin. I would not have made that guess right off the top of my head, but I knew I recognized the voice, and she is a very prolific voice actor. So, she's been in a lot of stuff. So much stuff that I'm not even bothering to go through her whole list of credits to find out what I probably recognize her from. You are just the same person. This place is pretty metal. What's here? Guess I'm just gonna wander into places for a little bit. LaCroix! Oh boy.
Snack cake? What are you doing here? I mean, I gotta admit, I'm a little flattered if you're stalking me, but...
How are you
You
here?
see where your little security muffins ended up? Night shift lobby sergeant, huh? Hey, stick with me, because I'm going straight to the top, baby.
Aren't we literally on the same... Isn't this literally the same night? My impression is that we haven't passed the first night. I mean, granted, there's been a lot of stuff that's happened, and by all accounts, we should have had more than, you know, an 8-hour period, but, like, it doesn't seem to have passed, so what the hell? Like you, I must also go to the top.
I'd love to buzz you up, but according to Building Security Protocol 916, I'm gonna have to verify you're supposed to be here before
I'll
I
just
go in
bite
the
you
elevator.
again.
I hate to be a Louis Law, but I'm new here, and you don't get a second chance like this every day.
Open the Sky Ferry for me.
Okay then. Mr. LaCroix, he told me to expect someone fitting your description sometime
You
tonight.
talk too much.
Right on up.
Wise.
Yeah, you have a good power meeting, or whatever it is you types do up there. You need any security? Well, you just ring the front desk and ask for Officer Chunk. That's me, in case you're wondering.
Is that literally your name? I am no longer here. I have no urge to talk to that person anymore. I'm not gonna go up right now. But since we were in the dialogue, might as well. Some of the Methuselahs. I really wish I could read some of these things. Or, well, or even that they were included elsewhere. But of course it just starts loading.
Dry the corpse in the oven with peppers and fur.
Spooky. Who are you and what are you doing here and why are you not interactable? It seems like you ought to be. There's clearly somebody in this van that you've kidnapped, right? I didn't quick save for any reason. It's weird that you didn't freak out when your buddy got hit, but okay. Well, I guess that didn't start anything. I don't know. There's clearly somebody tied up in that van. But whatever, I guess. Man, there's a lot of Gothic architecture. Well, there's some Gothic, but... What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Is this supposed to happen? Okay, there's something on the ground there. Oh, it's a knife, I think. Yeah. You know, If there's one thing I didn't expect from this game, it was NPC infighting. I hope none of those people were important.
Baby girl, I saw you coming from down the street and I started praying to the Lord to find it in his heart to send you to me, and hallelujah if he didn't come through for me. Welcome to Fat Larry's Trucker Mag. I am the proprietor and salesman of the month several years in a row. The ladies call me, oh God, but you can call me Fat Larry with a F-A-T, cause there's more of me to love.
Jesus Christ. Are you a merchant of the ill-gotten, illegal, and inferior?
Oh man, you been feeding on the ruck, girl? Nah, baby, I don't sell none of that no more. You got some crazy eyes on you. Believe me, I don't have to see the freeze-dried ice cream in a space cadet when I see one.
But I have so many loot cakes to fatten you.
Hey, so you like to pipe. Didn't say I wouldn't sell you nothing. Chill. Peep this gear I got.
I feel like a stone in a sinner's store. Oh, guns. Alright.
Hey, who's there?
What the f... Just pulled a gun on me? Jesus. Hey, new clothes. See dinosaur eggs, dude?
Got a Galapagos turtle this week only.
What?
Check it out.
How do you have a Galapagos turtle, dude? I don't know what I'm buying. I'm just buying everything because I really don't care. I don't even know how much,
Check it out. Step right up.
Oh, okay. Max.
Got a Galapagos turtle this week only. Check it out. Step right up.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, as with a great many games, including Divinity Original Sin, the merchants won't shut the fuck up. God. What have we got here? Now there's more sewer. This looks like a place. I wish I knew what any of these places were. That looks a little too important actually to go in right away. Let's check everything else out first. Is this the theater where I almost got executed? I think it is. Empire Arms Hotels.
Out of my way.
What?
Sorry.
Yeah, you should be sorry. You're not worried about me? Alright, cool. You know, I keep seeing people who I think have unique character models. I mean, I'm sure most of these people will show up again in short order. But there's a surprising amount of design put into random NPCs. Okay, what's the point of this? Whatever. Alright, let's go in the hotel.